Hello everyone, you're welcome to Learn Maths with me. In this channel, I'll be taking you through in-depth tutorials covering a wide range of topics from basic arithmetic to advanced maths. Today we'll be looking at solving equations. Now the first equation we have here is x plus 5 is equals to 7. We have the unknown x that we're solving for. So what we do is we group the equation in such a way that the unknown will be on one side of the equation and the known variables will be on the other side of the equation. Now on this left hand side of the equation we have x plus 5. So we want to have just x on this equation. So whatever the value we get on the right hand side of the equation will be the value for x. Now what do we do? In order to have just x on the left hand side of the equation, I'll subtract 5 from it so that the plus 5 and the minus 5 will cross out each other. Then on my right hand side of the equation, I would also subtract 5. Now whatever I do to the left hand side of the equation, I have to do to the right hand side of the equation, and that balances it up. So I have x plus 5 is equals to 7. So I'll subtract 5 to the left hand side and also 5 to the right hand side. So I have x plus 5 minus 5 is equals to 7 minus 5. Now my plus 5 and minus 5 crosses off each other. So I'm left with just x on this left hand side. Then I have 7 minus 5 on this right hand side. So that gives me x is equals to 2. Now let's look at another one. I have x minus 4 is equals to 2. To have just x on this left hand side of the equation, I would add 4 to both sides. So I have x minus 4 plus 4 is equals to 2 plus 4. Now my minus 4 plus 4 crosses out each other. It gives me 0. So I'm left with just x. So the value that I have on my right hand side will be the value of x, which is 2 plus 4, and that is 6. So my x is equals to 6. Let's take a look at another one. This one, I have 2x plus 3 is equals to 9. Remember, I'm trying to solve for x. So the first thing I'll do is I would make sure that I have just the unknown variables on one side and then the known variables on the other side. So all the other numbers, I'll take it to the right hand side of the equation. So to do that, I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides of this equation. So I have 2x plus 3 minus 3 is equals to 9 minus 3. Now plus 3 minus 3 is 0. So I am left with just 2x. So my 2x will be equals to 9 minus 3, which is 6. So 2x is equals to 6. Now, I'm not interested in knowing what the value of 2x is. All I want is the value of x. So to get the value of x, I'll have to divide 2x by 2 to give me the value of x. And if I'm dividing 2x by 2, I also need to divide 6 by 2. So my 2x divided by 2 is equals to 6 divided by 2. 2x divided by 2 gives me x, and 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. So my x is equals to 3. Now let's look at this. 5y is equals to 25. Now when we have an expression like this, 5y is the same thing as 5 multiplied by y. So I have the value of 5y to be 25, and I want to know what the value of y is. In order to get the value of y, I'll divide my 5y by 5. That will give me y. So if I'm dividing the left hand side of the equation by 5, I also need to divide my right hand side of the equation by 5. So that means my 5y divided by 5 will be equal to 25 divided by 5. 5y divided by 5 is y, and 25 divided by 5 is 5. So my y is equals to 5. Let's look at this. X divided by 4 is equals to 2. So because I want to solve for x, I need to multiply both sides by 4. So I'll have just x on this side of the equation. So x divided by 4, and I'll now multiply it by 4. Because I'm doing that to my left hand side, I also need to do it to my right hand side. So I have 2 times 4. So my over 4 crosses off my times 4. So I'm left with x on this left hand side of the equation, and 2 times 4 is 8. So my x is equals to 8. We have more examples here. 5x plus 2 is equals to 12. We want to know what the value of x is. So what I'll do is we'll subtract 2 from both sides of the equation so that I'll be left with just 5x on the left hand side. So my 5x plus 2, I'll subtract 2 from that side, and then my 12, I'll also subtract 2 from that side of the equation. So I'll be left with 5x on the left hand side because the plus 2 and the minus 2 will cross off each other. And then 12 minus 2 gives me 10. So I'm left with 5x is equals to 10. I have 5x is equals to 10. I want to know what x is. So what I do is I'll divide both sides of the equation by 5. So my 5x divided by 5 is equals to 10 divided by 5. X will be equals to 2. We have more examples. X over 5 minus 3 is equals to 2. So the first thing we do is we add 3 to both sides of the equation so that I'm left with x over 5 on my left hand side. So I have x over 5 will be equals to 2 plus 3, which is 5. So my x over 5 is equals to 5. In order for me to get the value of x, I would need to multiply by 5. Multiply the left hand side by 5 and also multiply the right hand side by 5. So my x will be equals to 25. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you. Now we have questions for you to try. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can drop it for me in the comment section.